Hey guys, it's Pam. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm actually attempting to record like 3 episodes today, so we're going to see how that goes. For right now, I'm actually remember to do all my recording and set everything up right. Like, I think it's a miracle that I did it right the first time. This one, we're still getting shards, obviously. And this one, you actually have to go around. All these nugs are just in my way. You have to go around here so that you can go up and around again, up here. I don't think there's anything else particular. Oh, there's actually a shard right there as well. And some bloodstone, but I've got plenty of bloodstone. And there's a book. Hunting log, 20 Solus. Track the great brute to the middle of the graves. I hate this place. Elven curses on every tree, but it'll be worth it. Camille will have to pay attention. If she sits in that clumsy fool's lap for a cub's pelt, just think all she'll do for me when I bring back the head of this giant beast. Have courage, focus, believe. Yes, I can envision the furry trophy already in my clutches. Something tells me this guy did not succeed in his quest. Probably at the cost of his life, I wouldn't be surprised. So this one you have to go around a little bit. Probably didn't have to slide down like that, but you know, I do what I have to do. And then there's another one, and I can't remember, is this around the other side? I think it is. So we'll go back this way. Given all the rocks and everything, it's probably easier to go that way. Yeah, this one's over here. The pinpoint map, I mean, it really is my best friend when we start doing this stuff because it's so hard to orient yourself. The mini-map basically just, as you can see, it just gives you a circle and some directions. So, alright, so we got those. There's the landmark up here. We may not have gone this way before. I can't remember. It's been a long time. And I know we didn't get that much of the graves back then. These August rams just give you ram leather. Nothing. I don't think it's anything special. This is another one of these annoying landmarks that are like, we killed lots of elves. Andraste's promise. Sister Amity. I just want to... Ugh. When her chant is spoken from all corners of the world, the Maker will return. We are one day closer to his coming. You know what? And I'm pretty sure, like, how are you going to know?
Can you feel the bits of fade around you when you cast spells, Dorian? They pool around the veil, pulled by power, then push through to see this side.
So when I cast a fireball, it's just the fade saying peekaboo.
I don't think it says that.
If it says anything other than I'm going to burn your face off, I don't want to hear it.
See, Dorian and Cole have lots of cute little banter too. Anyway, where's this other one? We're coming up on it anyway. I like how there's deep mushroom right out in the open. Is this the Watcher? There's something back here. This is kind of an odd little place. All these little nooks and crannies I just love. It's this statue here. The guide. Historians have been unable to identify the mysterious and cloaked pointing figure in the Emerald Graves. Some believe it a representation of the elven god Felondine, also known as Friend of the Dead, or the guide. Others believe it an elaborate elven joke, its punchline lost to time, from A Journey Through the Dales by Lord Horace Medford, quote-unquote adventurer. I'm not sure if they're talking about this statue, because there's the Watcher that's actually pointing down to, yeah, I don't think that's statue, pointing down into where the refugees were before, which is kind of where we're going in a wide circle around. We need to get that astrarium, I think. Can't remember if we've done that. And it is right up here, not too difficult to get to. Which is a good indication that we may have gotten it already. I didn't actually have to jump up there, but that's alright. Oh, there's a chest around here somewhere. Oh, I haven't gotten this one. Okay. This one is not that difficult as I recall. but this star in the middle here and this one are not actually part of the design, so you can ignore those. Let's see if I do that. It'll just take me right back. It's not too difficult, she says as she screws it up. I kind of started in a weird place, though. I think if I start from this corner, I'm okay. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it kind of looks like a basket, but it's actually the constellation Alluvia. Owing primarily to the popular Orlesian tale of the same name, the constellation Alluvia is commonly referred to as sacrifice. During the Glory Age, folklore told of a young woman saved from a lustful mage by being sent into the sky by her father, after which the mage killed him, hence the sacrifice. The daughter became the constellation, depicted as a seated woman with her head in the clouds. Prior to this tale, Alluvia was thought to represent Rezacael, the Tevinter old god of mystery, and the constellation was the source of many superstitions involving the granting of wishes. From a study of Theodosian astronomy by Sister Orm Petrarchius. Did I say wishes? I'm wondering if that Alluvia has anything to do with Alluvians, the mirrors. There's the scouts with the chest. Except I've already... Oh, all the way out here? Really? I think you're not... That can't quite be right. Okay, so there's... I need to go over here. Because we have the mystery of the parentage of what's-his-face. The guy that we helped out. And we need to get some more information on that. So we're going to head in roughly that direction. I'm still debating whether I'm going to do that one quest. If I do, I'll probably just come back and do it separately because I have to look up the steps on where you go, how to do it. For right now, we're not going into the villa itself. We're just going into the courtyard, or the outer yard, I guess. Villa Moer. Villa, whatever. Thing. It's kind of a weird path. Anyway, I unlocked this stuff before. Or did I? I didn't. I unlocked
Might be something
it.
here. Better take a closer look.
See, I was in here before. It is in a thing in the corner. Yeah. A midwife's journal. This time-worn diary was found amongst more valuable items. It is bound in leather and has a solid silver trim, which might be why it was saved. A few entries can still be made out. 16 herring, 9/8. This has been the coldest winter I can remember. Even the river is frozen. No one should be out there, not in this blizzard. So you can imagine my surprise when there was a knock on the gate. A young woman. She is looking for the Fairbanks cottage. I go out. Fairbanks? I go out. I say to her, nothing fair about this weather, but yes, you are at the right place. She throws back her cloak, and I see she is heavy, less than 2 weeks away. Please help. She's almost in tears. I bring her into the house and sit her by the fire with some tea and slippers. She is young, not more than 20. Her hands are smooth. They have not seen a day of work in her life. Her clothes are travel-stained, but fine. The cloak must be worth at least 50 royals. Beautiful blue, trimmed with fox fur. Her name is Bernice, but she won't say more. Many girls come here not wanting to say who they are. I understand. 25 herring, 9/8. Bernice has had the baby. A boy, healthy, full head of hair. She named him Everest. She tried to pay me with a heavy gold locket, a falcon on his face. I asked her what it was. It looks valuable. She says it's her father's and she doesn't care to have it anymore. I tell her she might not, but her son might one day want to know where he's from. 1 winter March, 9/9. A new year. Bernice should be healthy enough to leave, but it is still cold and I cannot just turn her out. I'll ask her to stay and be my assistant. I have needed help for a while. My fingers are not as nimble as they used to be. Clever girl, she will make a fine apprentice. So that was, a woman came to the Fairbanks cottage, and isn't Fairbanks the guy we were dealing with? So, then there's something over in the other cottage, or storage area, whatever these sheds are. If you can call it a shed. Yeah, hush, hush. This one that doesn't have doors. An old painting. An old painting in a carved wooden frame. Paint has rubbed off in some places. Carved into the back of the frame, Lord Giraud Lamarck. The portrait shows the Lord as he must have looked over 40 years ago. He bears a striking resemblance to Fairbanks. Which is interesting, is it not? Yeah, I'm sure you figured it out by now. Anyway, oh, there's a rift right around there. So let's do this. Let's go up here. I'm really happy with myself. This is actually the third episode I'm recording today. And I've also have an episode banked that I haven't even edited yet, which I really need to do. So I'm kind of pleased that I'm starting to get stuff done, or at least moving forward a little bit. There, God, the rift's right freaking there. I mean, seriously, how hard is it? You are going in first, my friend. Because you suck, and I hate the spirit demons. Thank you, Cole. See, now that we're getting into the graves, into some of the higher level areas up here, it is going to start getting nastier and harder, and I am going to have to be more careful, which I should have realized when those, with those red Templars, but whatever. Is that a fire? Yeah, it is a fire demon. Rage demon, I know. Sorry, I'm yelling because it's loud. Oh, hi, Cassandra Sands. Yep, it's a Cassandra Patootie right there. Right in my face. Not where I want it. I mean, I love Cassandra, but I don't swing that way. More power? More power! Always more power. We never have enough. I really do need to get back to Skyhold, though. That Wisp Essence is for one of the mage thingies. I swear it looks like you can get back there. Oh well. One for the mage specialties. I can't remember. But yeah, I do need to go back to Skyhold because I know I have war table operations that I've been neglecting. I've got... Ooh, wolves. Wolfies! The other one just left. Oh, Cassandra, I'm following you, because I don't know where it is, and you do. Oh, Dorian. I love you so. And I'm getting more Fade Touch canine leather and other Fade Touch things. Where's that other one that I killed? The Fade Touch stuff is particularly nice because it gives you bonuses when you do your crafting. So as you make higher level stuff, there's the last one. Look at the eyes. Okay. You can create masterworks, which is a particularly nice thing to be able to do. All right, so let's see. If I fast travel to Argon's Lodge, I'll do that, and then I'll go get the other piece of evidence that we need for that lady who is researching him. Where's the door out? There. And as you can see, this is now under protection of the Inquisition, which means that it's nicely protected. All's well, yes. Okay. On Heraldry symbolism in Orlais, Émile Lamarck established this ancient house in the time of Emperor Cordillus Drakon, who was the first emperor. Sadly, the bloodline ended with Lord Giraud Lamarck, who disowned his only daughter Bernice, which is a name that should sound familiar. The shield of Lamarck bears a falcon volant on a field of sky blue and gold. The house's motto is "To the sun on blessed wings." So now we have all that information, and I think that lady is here now, because the refugees moved here after you freed this place.
Of course.
So I'm wondering if that's all. Yep, that's all I needed. And I've actually got 2 things here. Is that her? There's Fairbanks. Gertrude.
The Inquisition will always be welcome here.
I hope things are going well.
It's been better since we moved to Argon's Lodge. We're making a difference, especially now that we're helping the Inquisition.
Okay, so this is not the lady I was talking to, or that I need to talk to. Clara is who I need to find. Where is she?
Out of that damn cave.
Yeah. Clara? Didn't she have white hair?
Freeman leader's dead, and I didn't get to play one of those kids.
There she is.
Good day to you, Inquisitor.
You were right. Fairbanks is noble by birth. Fairbanks is not even his real name.
Let me see. Évariste Remarque. I knew it from the start. I know just who to give this to. This will be enough to make the council sit up and take notes. I'll send this on as soon as possible. Thank you, Inquisitor.
And now I have... That'll end up being another war table operation.
The Inquisition will always be welcome here.
Yes, thank you. I don't need to talk to you again. He's going to be mad at me. Whatever. Let's see. I need to come down here, and there's a rift down here. Now, the thing is, like, we've mostly dealt with the southern part of the graves. The north is really where I still have a lot to do, obviously. There's also going to be a war table operation that will... Gosh, where's that one place? The Lions Pavilion. There's going to be an operation that will have a Templar I need to get there. And also that other weird thing that I was talking about that, like, goes along the river. I have to light torches in a certain order there, or in a certain pattern. I can't remember exactly what it is, but right now we're going to go get this rift, which I believe... I think it's over this way. We came over to Harrow briefly before when we were hunting the Templars for Cullen. And I feel like I got a rift then, but maybe I didn't. There is an astrarium over here, however, and I think that's actually where I'm going. Tree root and more tree root and more tree root. Yeah. There it is. Just right there out in the open. I'm surprised I hadn't gotten any of them before. I was kind of in a hurry the last time I came through here. Okay, this one is complicated, but it's not really that difficult because, again, you just have to look for a star that starts where 3 lines join. And this one's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think you really have to start an uneven number of lines is what you're really looking for. And the hooves here are really where you have to begin and end, because you're going to have to come back to an ending here since they don't connect to anything else. So now we're going to just come around, basically trace it, that tail. The legs are joined together so you don't have to do anything with that. Boom, 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 and done. Equinor, referred to as a stallion in common parlance. Okay, so another Sister Orin Petrarchius or whatever. Where is that stupid rift? I should be... Yep, there it is. Okay. I just cut a frickin' bear. I'm gonna take care of you first. There we go. That's helpful. That went well. Cole's blades. One is red and one is blue. It reminds me of in Warcraft, way back in like vanilla Warcraft. People would get, they'd have two weapons, and they'd have a dagger with fire on one and ice on the other, or a sword with ice on one and fire on the other. And it would always crack me up because it was like the stylish thing to do. It wasn't even really about the chance. Just like you had to have a fire and an ice because it was cool. Nobody does that anymore. Well, I mean, I'm sure people do, but it's not the same as it was, for sure. Okay, where's my dispel? My microphone is literally right in front of my face right now, so I'm having a hard time seeing certain things on my screen. Oh, a pride demon. Fantastic. I'm going to get to use my focus. Oh, be careful. Yeah, take this, buddy. Oh man, that was so useful. So freaking useful. Building up focus is a pain, definitely, but for things like, are you gonna just wander around and like everybody's gonna let you go? Fantastic. Yeah, that pride demon would have been much more annoying. So.
You need to eat, Cole, or sleep. I thought I had to, but I don't. The old songs can pull me.
That's something.
Silverite.
I don't know what, but it's something. What about when you're injured? Why do you bleed? Is it because you think you have to?
Is that why you bleed?
Well, yes. You have me there.
Another one of those things. I still have to do that war table operation. I have so many war table operations. Oh, I got some silverite from the looting after the rift, and silverite is really one of my favorite materials to work with. It's another class breaking one for armor. Alright, so where am I going now? I'm just kind of wandering around. I think I might spend some time in the graves here, really just kind of try and wipe the place out as much as possible. I definitely want to get the dragon, the mistral or whatever it is. More fucking freemen. Hi. Yeah, come on, get me. Is that all of them? Yeah. It's surprising they're still around after, we took out all their leaders, but I guess a few of them probably just didn't get the message. Scribbled notes. Sir August is dead. If this continues, we'll lose everything we worked for. We must do something. Send all the men out, everyone who can fight. I'm heading to the Exalted Plains. There are still some free men hiding out there. We can regroup. Emery. And more of the same orders. That's the astrarium I just went to. Aquarium, I nearly said. There's a quest up here. I want to head towards this rift, I think. So what I'm going to do is go back to the lodge and then maybe ride. I'm also running low on time for this episode, so hopefully I can wrap it up, get that rift, and then get going. At some point I probably will take a break and run back to Skyhold. Just because I have stuff to do there, and then come back. Ah, yes. Where do you come from? No matter. Alright, we're gonna go this way, I think. And eventually we'll probably go after some of the giants in this area as well, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that right this moment. Alright, we'll take a turn here. Oops, sorry. This is roughly the direction I think I need to be going in. See, I'm not sure how to get there from here. Oh, I think there's a little pass through here. Yeah. Another one of these weird dark areas. Gracevine, that's right. This is where there's a thing I need to look for. But for right now, we're going to let you go. We're going to go deal with this. Let's just, dismount in an orderly fashion. Another freaking despair demon. And a terror demon, because, 2 for 1, I guess. Oh, a greater terror. On the one hand, at least there weren't a whole lot of enemies. On the other, frickin' terror demons. Dispel, that one. And pride demons and the bigger issues to deal with. Where did he go? Oh, you're right there, so I'm going to take care of you. Is that all of them? I guess so. So that wasn't too bad. There's also a quest here. Hi, Cole. Cole in your face. Okay, so that takes care of rifts at the pavilion. Also nice. Okay, this is where there was going to be... is this the guy that was studying the things? Yeah. The Diary of Troilus Hurtubis. The Great Mission, Day 1. Arrived in the Emerald Graves and located the first instance of the menace. Set up an observation area close by. This will allow for undisrupted study of the phenomenon. The Great Mission, Day 2. This particular example of the menace seems far less active than the one in Leeds. It pulsates at a rate of a mere 427 times per hour. The sound of it here is a nagging drone as opposed to the frantic whistling of the first one in town. As I recall, Sister Euphorbia described the noise as similar to one heard when forcing air from a leaky bellows. Oh, a fart. The Great Mission, Day 5. Ran out of Sister Euphorbia's honey loaves. Still have cheese, but spent yesterday foraging. Spotted another menace through the trees by the river. I can only describe it as stormy. It must be investigated further. For the mission to succeed, I must learn all I can. This guy, I have no idea what he was doing, but, you can basically follow his trail. I think I'll head up to this rest stop. The feeling when, words just fail you and so does your jump. The word for what you're looking for, but it just completely eludes you. A camp. It's very simple. I couldn't forget the word for... I couldn't remember screen door the other day. I was like, the graded thing? I have issues. But I accept that I have issues. Oh, there's something else over here. Map of Elgrinar's Bastion. Okay. This is leading to the Knights of the Emerald Knights thing that I'm going to get to eventually. There's actually a couple of different things. Oh, look, I've got more banners now. I guess maybe these are representing the areas that I found. No, I want that rash vine. Anyway, the deal is there's the Emerald Knights thing, and then there's also this sort of creepy area way over in this direction that is sort of like a horror, a little bit of a horror game. Anyway, so we're going to go in this direction next, but for right now I'm going to end this episode here because I am running out of time, and I also have to go bio. So, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching this, please let me know. Drop a like or a comment, maybe subscribe if you feel like it. I am really, getting back into it, which is a good feeling, and I want to keep this going, even if it takes me 2,000 episodes, which it probably will. I'll probably, the next Dragon Age will probably come out before I get done with this, but I don't care. I'm having fun with it again, so I hope you're enjoying it too, and I hope I get to see you next time. So thanks for watching. Bye.